Hi everyone and welcome to Aron's Adventure patch 1.1. First I'm going to quickly talk about all the new stuff that has been added or significantly tweaked in this patch. So first off we have the camera distance multiplier. Some of you felt that the camera was a little bit too close to Aron, so now you can tweak that in the gameplay settings and get it further away. Hopefully this will also help for people on an ultra wide monitor. You can also tweak the FOV. Now this is the default FOV basically. The default is 90 and it can now be tweaked up to 110, and this works throughout the game except for when you're overdrawing your bow. That's still locked in close. So I hope that's okay with you. The rest of the game should be tweaked and updated. Next up we have markers. You can now place a marker on rifts, on bases and on camps. Camps were already in the game, but they now have a map icon as well. To make exploration a little bit easier as well, we also added additional roads to the major, more open areas that will make it easier to find extra enemy camps that aren't on your map but are still in the game, so you can get some valuable crafting materials. Next up we have the combo system overhaul. What it is now is that everyone can just do the combo. You can just spam your attack button and you do an entire combo. This should make the training levels a lot easier. But it also means that you'll get to that last attack, which is usually a lot stronger, faster as well. So what I did was, now the special attacks still need critical timing. So you'll do the animation, you'll do the swing, but you'll do regular damage, unless you do your timing well. Then you can even knock some enemies back and get that critical damage. So basically we get the best of both worlds, and hopefully that will make it less frustrating for those of you that really struggled with that area of the game. You can now tweak the brightness and the gamma from the video settings, and you can play around with that a little bit for those of you that found the game too bright. Hopefully this works nice for you. Then we have AI changes. Depending on your difficulty, you'll have a much harder time stun locking enemies. On the challenge mode of the game, the enemies, all of their attacks are basically heavy attacks, which means they are not interruptible. This doesn't mean that you'll get knocked back by every attack, it just means that you can't interrupt them by hitting them. On the adventure mode, you only get to stun lock them for about a second and a half, and on story mode this is a lot longer, because for the people that like story mode, and we have some people that really love that, we wanted to keep it easy. Next up, we have the controller. We totally underestimated how many of you out there were interested in playing Aron's Adventure with the controller, and for that I apologize. I really worked my butt off the last week to make sure that we can support the controller as well. So pretty much the entire game should now be playable with a controller. The menus should be able to interact with them with a controller. I think I've checked it all. It's a big game and there's only 2 of us, so I hope I got it all. I also updated the input tutorial screen, so the input screen that you see on your bottom left with the input, that now automatically updates as soon as you touch a button on the controller. It switches to the controller layout and switches depending on what weapon you're using, same as if you're using a mouse and keyboard. What's not been updated are the tutorial screens in the game. There's a lot of tutorial screens that pop up. They'll be for PC, but to my knowledge all of them can be found in the bottom left as well. So you should have no difficulty finding out what button does what, and once you get familiar with it, it's going to be easy. Yeah. Outside of those main changes, a lot of bug fixes have come in, and there's a whole list of things that we have changed and tweaked according to feedback and according to what we've seen. You can check it out in the full patch notes on Steam. Alright, that was the official part of the patch 1.1 update. Now a more personal part, I guess. I just wanted to thank everyone online that took the time to leave some feedback, to report bugs, to report issues, to report things that they found frustrating or really well. It really helps us tweak the game. Now we didn't launch in the state that we thought the game was in, which may sound weird, but a lot of new bugs popped up in the first few hours, and we tried to jump on them as quickly as possible, and we hope that you saw that we're dedicated to making this an awesome experience for everyone. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for taking the time to communicate with us. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this update, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye bye.